comic room. It's Monday, and so far Monday's been awesome. I started some high mileage training the last really week or two, and yesterday was a day off of running. Today I did a beautiful 12 miler out in the woods out at Oak Openings Metro Park. Just loved it. Mostly dry, but beautiful trails. Just sun was out. It might have hit 60 degrees, but generally just having a great day. And I thought, what could be better than sitting in the comic room just for a little bit? Probably a little dehydrated. So if I start talking crazy, one of you has to drive over and slap me. Bring me a cold Bud Light or something. I'm all out. I'm in, like I said, I'm in training, so I'm trying not to do that. A little extra drinking, or I'm saving it for date night and stuff like that with Mrs. Silveridge Dave. So hey, look at this! Whole bunch of people showed up here so quickly. Thank you so much. Comics for all people is in here. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. Bub's comic says first, but you can never believe that guy. My order shows he's coming in second place, but you're first place in my heart, Bub's comics. Slim Comics and more. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. William Smallwood. Nice to see you. Matt, great to see you. Perfect timing again, he says, and he's fourth. I can't argue with that logic. So that's a beautiful thing. So I've been hunting a little bit, and I think I mentioned I've been, I think, very successful on eBay, finding steals and deals, hunting for the things that aren't necessarily, anything that is setting a record price. I am not in the market for that. I'm looking for stuff that's kind of off the beaten path, things that maybe were hot a long time ago, or maybe were never hot, but I wanted one. So that's really where my focus has been. And the other thing I've been doing with record prices is I kind of mentioned in the little blurb for the video is I'm hunting my own boxes, and I'm having a blast doing that. I'm finding things, and in some cases I didn't know I had, or didn't know really the quality or what was what. So I think I showed this book the other day. Well, nope, that's not it. I put it in a box already. Anyway, I got a lot of cool little things I'm going to show off. I do want to say hello. Looks like we've got from Heroes to Icons in here. I'm doing great from Heroes to Icons. Thank you so much. And Felix is in here. Great to see you once again. Matt says he's been very unsuccessful on eBay in the past year. Being in Canada sucks for eBay. I often wonder, I was running today. Oh, goodness. I'm going to yawn, guys, but only because I'm not breathing enough. I got to get some oxygen. Too much talking on my part. So, I was thinking today, I have a nephew who is going to be moving to, I think he's moving to London this year. And I know there's the comic community spans all the geography. We've got people everywhere. And I know there's a lot of tax when a book goes from here to, across the pond, whether it be Ireland or England or wherever. I think they tax the heck out of it. And then when you go to Canada, I believe there's also something that happens. I don't know. I don't think a lot happens when it comes here. I think we're just paying the sales tax here now through eBay. But I know there's pricing. And I actually talked to my nephew, and I said what I should do is I should send about 5 long boxes with you. And, you can just claim them as personal property and help him pay the bills when he got there. But I'm worried if he took those as normal luggage, like, hey, this is all my stuff, I'm moving here, would they tax the heck out of him? I wouldn't want that to happen. I wouldn't want him to get clobbered. So, that's one thing. Now, I do watch the 9.8 guy in my apologies. I just watched one of his videos today, and 9.8 crew. Not 9.8 crew, that's Alex the Comic Hoarder, but you probably know what I'm talking about. He only buys 9.8s, he's in Canada, and he talked about sometimes there's things that hit. Matt says there's an exchange rate, shipping taxes, imports. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know the difference when you're hunting eBay. From my perspective, I'm hunting generally books that are off the beaten path. But I'll tell you what, I got something I think delivered today. Um, I'm thinking it might be this. I wasn't gonna open up eBay packages today, but I'm gonna give this one a little slice. I had a couple things delivered, and there's a kind of a cool hunting story in here. If I can get this opened up without doing some damage. This is something that no one really cares about, but silver. And so there's generally not a lot of people looking for it in the comic book community. Let me see if this is the one. No, this is not the one. All right, I got to open an... Oh, this is probably it. All right. I am going to look. Well, this is really neat. Nope, that's not it. Hang on, guys. Hold on while I get my bearings here. Well, this must be it. All right, so this is a cool box. I'm going to open this. Well, anyway, the thing on eBay is everybody is, looking for certain books and there's certain things. And an old-time hunting trick we used to use is I would type in something that wasn't exactly correct. And what you would find sometimes is the fringe. You would find something that is what you're looking for, but it was listed wrong, so no one else was finding it. And yeah, this is what I was looking for. So let me hang on. I'm going to grab something off of the shelf here. I showed these off, which I'm buying them up now. You guys don't go hunting for them, but I've got a story here. These are comic shop news, okay? And what's cool about this is the cover here went to Alice Cooper for his comic book series that came out for Alex Cooper. Let me see here. We've got Linkovich in here. Nice to see you, Linkovich. And Comic Mag Musings is in here. How you doing, Bill? So anyway, so I buy these when I can find them. And I've got a bunch of these. I have a daughter, Gwen, of course. Everyone probably knows that. So I've got a whole bunch of these. But the reason I buy them, I like Alice Cooper, no complaints, okay? But it's the first preview, really, of Edge of Spider-Verse and Edge of Spider-Verse #2. And so I look for these. It's one of my regular little trap lines I run. And if one shows up, you can get them for just a few bucks. I don't really think they'll ever be worth a whole heck of a lot. But it's been quite a while. I haven't seen one on eBay. So what I did was I changed up. I'm like, you know what? Maybe there's some out there and I'm just not finding them. So I ended up running a search for Alice Cooper comic, and a whole bunch of stuff showed up that I didn't want, which was the Alice Cooper comics. But lo and behold, here is what I end up finding. There was a dude. Let me see if that's the bottom of the box. That's the end of the box. There's a dude who had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them all in one place. And this person had a whole ton of Alice Cooper stuff for sale. Didn't have any of the comics, but somehow got his hands on 5 of these that, again, probably no one else in the world wanted, and I ended up getting them for like $2 a piece. And generally, when I've bought these in the past, they go for a little bit more than that. But these are all perfect and beautiful, and so these I'm going to bag and board just like I bagged and boarded all these other things, and they're going to go into my little Spider-Gwen's future collection. She's got a really nice comic book collection. But speaking about eBay, I think what happens is all the fish are swimming in the same stream. We're all running the same routes, and it's easy for the bears to get us. But if you just look to the side a little bit, change up your search criteria a little bit, I've done great. The last year on eBay has been incredible for me. I've had some really big hauls, really expensive books I've gotten cheap. And so that would be my 2 cents to everyone, is just think a little bit outside to the fringe and look where no one else is looking, and scoop up that stuff that, it's probably going to be a hot book in 6 months or 2 years or who knows. Those great deals are out there. Um, Oh, wait a minute. It's age restricted. I had to go add my birthday to see the chat. Oh, look at that. Yeah. You know what? I am sorry to age restrict it. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to COPA and what you're supposed to do. So we'll do a COPA warning for everyone. Okay, you gotta be that tall to join the comic chat, I guess. I don't know. But sorry about that headache, Linkovich. And we got Gray Man in here. Nice to see it, Gray Man. I think Gray Man had like a 9-hour video game session or something today. I don't know what that was. I didn't see it, Gray Man, but I saw you were on earlier, I think, or yesterday, or I don't know when it is in England. Today's Monday here. It might be Friday for all I know in England. All right, so let's talk about something. Obviously, West Coast Avengers 45, that was kind of a gentle radar book for a long time, and then it went crazy. And last week, there was a day where Alex Comic Hoarder put out a little video alert that, hey, this thing's going crazy. Look in your boxes, I think was the theme there. And sure enough, I looked in my boxes. I ended up calling Alex. What a great member of the community. But I called him. I said, Alex, did you realize the color difference between direct and between newsstand? It's like an amazing color difference. So I thought we had a long talk about it. Metarog is generally the expert on all things variant. Now I took these out of the bags. I don't want to drop them. These are unreads, but check out the color difference on them. And I looked on eBay, and it seems to me that the direct copies all have this kind of like a bluish gray. The purple behind White Vision is far more vibrant. It's more of like a taupe in there. And then this side, look at the difference in color. You got this gray with like a beige. The purple behind Vision is really not a vibrant purple. It's more like a violet. And I had no idea. These have been in the box a long time. I'm going to put them in Mylar now that they're expensive comic books. They've earned their dollar worth of shield that's going to go on them. But I thought I'd shout that out. And if anyone knows about it, I don't think it's just one was early in the run and one was late in the run. But I just thought it was kind of a cool thing. I'd never really noticed it before. So there you go. We have, look at this. We've got Dan Rusco. Dan, I forgot my glasses, so I'm really struggling. I follow along the chat on my this little iPhone here, but I forgot my glasses, and so I'm going to do my best with names. But I think that's Dan Rusco. Nice to see you, Dan. Looks like Distorted Reality. First time here. Love your show, Dave. What's the most expensive book you own now? That's a lot of people. Oh, I always try to avoid that question, and I'll tell you, it's not terribly expensive. I have I don't like to look at it that way, but I do have a giant size X-Men that is I would think an easy 9.6, maybe 9.8, and that has quickly become probably my most expensive book. That thing's gone crazy. So, if that answers your question, Lego Builders in here recently picked up a copy of a reprint of Fantastic Four #3 and #1 and #5. Good for you, Lego Builder and Gamer, or The Gamer. There we go, 1999. Let's see here. I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. So we talked about some other stuff in regard to eBay. Again, I kind of opened with this, but if you're hunting the same things everyone else is hunting, if you're watching the hot list shows and you're like, hey, I'm going to go after some of those, well, you're going to be paying more. But sometimes you can look at the fringe stuff. Like these are books I picked up off eBay like a week ago. I don't know if I showed these on a video or not, but these are books I bought just recently. And this Neil Adams cover is always on my list. I've got a bunch of these. I love it, and it's not my regular trap line, but it's one of them that I'll run the line every now and then. And what was funny about this is the person had the whole series, like 1 to 6 or 1 to 7 they had, and they had all the other books priced so high. This one they had very affordably, and it's a beautiful copy. The spine's in great shape, and as far as I'm concerned, that's the best book of the whole series. You got that, demon-looking Santa Claus chasing them down. That's beautiful. And the same person, because when I buy one book from someone and we agree on a best price, or we make a deal, I always want to go in their store and then let's start working on shipping. And sure enough, Silver can't say no to these. I might have 20 of them now, but it's in my condition, it's a mint condition copy. Just beautiful newsstand, which we love. If C. Woodard was here, he'd say newsstand, right? He loves those newsstands, and I do too. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. They're not big books. It's not all the rage, but that stuff's out there. And you can sometimes get it. I picked both these up very affordably, which I like doing that. Let me see. Let me see what this is. This is we're talking about Canada, and this is a book that just came from Canada. So maybe I'll open this one up. And what's neat on here, I'm going to cover up. Let me grab my No Creepers here, and I'll cover up some of the stuff on the bottom here. But they actually have the eBay sales listing right on there, and it shows the price and all the stuff. So that's the first time I've seen that on a package coming from Canada, but maybe it saves them the trouble of opening it if that's on there. I don't know. But let me open this up because this is a pretty cool one. And this is another example of, whoops, sorry, my whole arm is right in there, blocking everybody's view of really probably my other arm. So this is something that I've been hunting a little bit of. I have a daughter who really likes this TV series, and so I've picked up a couple of these. And let's see here. I'm going to give it a little cut on the side just to take some of the pressure off. There we go. It slides right out of there. And so this came from Canada. That's who I should ask about if there was some type of a price deal. So this is a Canadian price variant of a book. Again, this is bought for my daughter, really. But I like it, and so it's on a list of things. If I find them and I can get a good deal, then I like to get these. Let me see here. Boy, what a mess. Sometimes they tape them on here so well that you can't get into them. I like when I get the books and they're in great condition. Hey, we got Kevin R. in here, and it looks like Grotto Orloff is in here. Nice to see you. I think I said hi to Phil, but I'll say hi to Phil again. Anyone going to spend upcoming money, stimulus money, on comic books? You know what? If anyone's going to spend comic book money or stimulus money on comics, maybe I've got something you like. So reach out to me. Let me know. This one here is Supergirl #1, and this is the Daring New Adventures of Supergirl, and you can see the 75 cents up there. Let me grab, I've got another one here that I pulled out of the boxes just the other day. This is the same issue. Both of these are newsstand, but you can see the 60 cents is the US price, and then 75 cents is the Canadian price. And I've got a couple of these in 9.8 graded. And the claim to fame on this book is that there's a 16-page comic preview for Masters of the Universe. And so that's why I like it. I think that's a cool little thing. It's not the same as buying the DC Presents. What is it, number 47 or 46 maybe? That's got the He-Man and Superman, but it's still a cool little thing, and I thought it was cool. So what are the odds? We're talking about Canada, and there's a book from Canada. Avery Kelly. Oh man, I am having a great day. Went for a run and just living the dream. It was almost 60 degrees here in Northwest Ohio, which we haven't seen that kind of weather in a long time. All our snow is starting to melt, which is beautiful. Just love it. So, okay, so we did a little unboxing here, a couple little unboxings, which is always nice. And as long as we're playing, you know what? I'm going to open this one too. I cut this one open, and it wasn't what I wanted to find, but this one I couldn't pass up. I do buy Foom issues from time to time if I can get them in really nice shape. And this is Foom number 21, which is the Star Wars copy. And it's in really, really nice shape. I have a price sticker right on the cover, which I guess I didn't realize it would have a price sticker on it. Spine looks pretty good. Probably an 8.5. I would say, but I won't be afraid to open it up and look at it. So pretty nice, and you can't go wrong with old Foom comics. They're just, or what do you call them? Darn it! Hey, and actually right there, this doesn't get a lot of love, but there's a Human Fly number 1. I'm fortunate enough I have the 35-cent variants of this. I think I have a couple copies of 1 and 2, but I know Human Fly is one of those comics that people tend to disagree on the quality of it, but I always liked it, so I do have a bunch of them. And all right, so that's the extent of my eBay hauls. So there we go. So I want to show. Yeah, Roger loves The Human Fly. It's his perfect. The only book that on the show on Monday night. That's tonight, right? Isn't tonight your big show? Everyone tune in to Bub's Comics tonight, and they'll have a panel of highly respected comic book authorities. What book are you guys working on, Bubs? Let us all know. And I know Roger's favorite book. The only book that got a perfect 10 from him was The Human Fly number 1. So anyway, one of my goals this summer is to stay out of Walmart because I have so much trouble in there. I go in there and I kind of know the schedule of the guy that stocks the comic book aisle, and then I can't stay out of there. So I want to show you guys these, which I thought were pretty neat. This is a Wonder Woman 4-pack, and not a Wonder Woman 4-pack. It's just a 4-pack of DC Comics, but it has Wonder Woman right there. Okay, yeah, Bub says tonight at 8:30 p.m. And so we've got that beautiful book right there. And then these two I just thought were incredible covers. So I don't even know what's going on with these comics, but I had to buy them. This is a Catwoman. Look at that. Like, what is that, roller derby? What is she doing? I don't even know what she's doing there, but it's so cool. And I got a kick out of it, so I bought that one. And then Harley Quinn's got the same, it's that future state, but look at all the colors and the city background. I thought that was just a beautiful cover. So I bought, of course, you don't buy just one. I bought a couple of those. And then they had this Batman 102, which I'm speccing on something right now. Anyone who picked up 106, I think it's a pre-story for Robin 1. And I'm speccing on Robin 1, and Batman 106 is a little preview of it. And I don't know how that relates to 102. It doesn't, but I thought it was a neat battle cover. And so I picked that up. And then the last one, this is probably my favorite cover, this Legions. Check that out. That's really, really cool looking. And so that was my Walmart thing. But I got to stay out of there because I probably have a couple long boxes full of Walmart books, which someday maybe they're going to be the DCU variants, and who knows. I'm still buying. I haven't gotten to the unloading it all. But what time is it in Arizona, the Eastern Standard? Come on, Bubs, would you get with it? You're supposed. I always complain to Daz that sometimes he tells us how many quid a comic book is, and he might as well tell me how many chickens you could trade for that comic book. I have no idea when he says that. I am just a dumb American trying to figure things out. So, Bubs, you need a time chart for that comment, please, just so everyone knows what's going on. You probably add a couple hours or subtract a couple hours, and then you'll be right on the money. Past your bedtime bill. Oh, classic Bubs, going right for it. So it looks like Lego Builder says he's going to build his own comic book room someday attached to my closet. So when I open my closet, I'll be able to walk into the comic room. That's beautiful. My first comic room, I think I've talked about this before. Hold on, guys. Let me grab something. Gotta get in here. Gotta open the cabinet. The cabinet I don't get into too often. Let me see what's in here right now. So right now it's holding my mead supplies. But this Lego Builder, that's my first comic book room right there. This box was probably, I don't know what store it came from. Probably had a shirt in it originally, but all my comics fit in there, and that included the Treasury comics. So it was just perfect. But I am a true believer. It doesn't matter if you have one comic or 1,000 comics. Comic collecting, you gotta love this stuff. Be passionate about it. But I'll always keep that box unless a fire gets it from me. God forbid. But that's Silver Age Dave's humble beginnings right there. All the books at one point fit in that little box. Isn't that a beautiful thing? All right. So let me see. I hope I'm not missing anything here. Some cool stuff. First comic book ship ever. Got a New Mutants #1 in very good condition for $15. Beautiful pickup. Avery Kelly. I love the New Mutants. When New Mutants came out, the graphic novels, I was in the store when they were putting those. Well, I wasn't in there on Tuesday, but I was in there Wednesday when they had first hit the shelves, and I got a whole bunch of these that I stockpiled, and I'm so glad I did. Because I don't care who you are. That is just a cool graphic novel cover. So beautiful. I love thinking about the New Mutants because that was a team I really identified with at the time. And so I couldn't wait when their things were coming out. Let's see. Bub says, I offer free stimulus checks for the Olympic women's beach volleyball team every 4 years. That's nice. That's very good. Yeah, Bubs is going to probably stock up on things. Comic room. Hey, there we were just talking about the UK, and I just love that about the community. We are spread all over the globe, and I've made a lot of I consider very good friends in different places. If I ever unload a whole bunch of my kids someday, and Mrs. Silver Age Dave and I can travel, I can only imagine setting up play dates at comic stores around the globe. That would be just about the best thing. So I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom. I see Justice for Comics in here. Nice to see you, Justice for Comics. Great channel. Aggressively Relaxing is in here. Another great channel. Ruben, nice to see you as always. Let's see. It was actually my mom's idea, not mine. Okay, and Weapon X Squall is in here. One of the early winners of my first comic book contest. Bubs, of course, was an extra bonus winner. I think I did 6 winners on that first contest, and Weapon X Squall was one of them. Had a great entry. It really helped me a ton in some of my organization in the comic room. So if you ever get a chance, you want to know about comic organizing, that I think on that video I attached everyone's entries. There's great knowledge in there. We've got Jim Bowers in here. Great to see you, Jim. All right, so I hit an antique mall. Yesterday was a rest day, so no running, and I kept like wandering over to my running shoes, like I'm gonna go out running, and so I ended up calling a buddy of mine. I was like, "Hey, do you want to just go to the antique mall? We have a really big antique mall here in Toledo, and sometimes you can find good deals." So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I bought, and we'll play How'd Silver Do. So you guys, just I'll go through all these, and you tell me how I did. And what I got, I spent $80, which I couldn't believe I spent that much money. But I got this stack, and then I got all these cards right here, which truly I know nothing about. But cards are hot, and I like cards sometimes. So I bought a whole bunch there. How much you buying from Vin Crew Support and Attic Sale? He has some Vigilante first appearances you like. I love those, and I purposely haven't seen it yet. I saw that it came out, but I haven't bought anything. Now, I will say this. If you think to yourself, like, hey, I want to buy some cool books, and who can I trust? I have purchased books from Vin Crew before. That guy is a consummate professional. You're going to get books in the quality he says they're going to be. They're going to be well packaged, and he ships pretty quick. I was very happy with things I've bought from in the past, so I will be perusing that sale at some point here. So this is, let's call it $80, okay? And I'll show you what I paid for these things, and then overall, I think I did really, really well, but who knows? This one is the first one, which I try to never pass up. We've got Walking Dead number 108. Okay, that first Ezekiel, and the booth I bought this from had it priced at $4. Okay, and it's in okay shape. Now that I'm looking at it, it's got a little bit of damage on it. So really, it's probably a dollar book I paid $4 for. So there you go. Full disclosure, I didn't notice there was a little damage on the corner, but that's okay. You know what? That might have happened in my car. I didn't have a long box with me, and the books were kind of just floating around a little. So that could have been on me, but I still am happy adding that issue. That's a great issue. We've got this copy of Amazing Spider-Man 367, which looks to be in really, really nice shape. A couple very minor spine ticks on it, but the corners on it look beautiful. And I don't remember the post-Carnage story. I have no memory of this particular, like, bad Captain America and all this, but this costume for some reason jumped out at me. I probably have a copy or two, but it was in really nice shape for $3, and I thought, what the heck, I'm going to throw that in there too, and be happy with it. So we got that one. We got Who-Dat in here. Hey, Who-Dat, nice to see you. G.I. Joe's heating up, so I've got a pretty nice G.I. Joe collection. But if I see books that look interesting, or in this case, it's a number 1, so I just threw it in there. That was $3 right there, and it looks to be in great shape. I don't see any spine ticks on it. Corners are nice, so I added that one in there. This book I never pass up. I bought a bunch of these off the rack. It's probably not worth anything, but I just loved this series when it came out. Batman and the Outsiders number 1, and if I have 10 of them, now I have 11 of them. I'm never going to lose sleep over adding something like that. That one was $4. Okay. Then I saw the same seller had 2 copies of this, and I think this lady character is real hot. This is not her first appearance, but it's a cover appearance. And I thought, what the heck? These were priced $250 and $225, and I thought, what the heck? I'll just throw them in there, and maybe they're worth something, maybe they're not. But that's one of the new characters they're saying look out for. And I think her first appearance is, correct me if there's a G.I. Joe fan out there, maybe issue number 32 or something like that. Okay, so we got a couple of those. We added a couple of these, which Cloak and Dagger, that was another series that I just loved as a kid. And we've got a direct and we've got a newsstand. And those were $3 a piece. And these are in really, really nice shape. Couple of spine ticks, but really not bad. I don't know. I try not to know exactly what CGC is thinking, but that's the kind of book that maybe it could get a 9. I don't know. Nothing I'd send off to CGC, but I was happy to add a couple of those on, which I do like. Let's see. What am I missing here? We've got 2 with a lady punching out a guy for International Women's Day. Yeah, just what you want to have. Just what, God bless the women. Okay, you want to fight, go fight. That's what I say. What do I care? So, giant size Doc Savage #1. Some of you who've been watching the channel for a long time, this is not a perfect copy by any means. It was $4.50, which, it's probably fair. If I wanted that on eBay, it's probably a, $10 comic book. It's in pretty good shape. But this is in my comic room. I forget who it was, did a contest at one point of what 5 books would you save if there was a fire? And sure enough, this is my original from 1975 giant size Doc Savage #1 that my grandma bought me. Busha in Polish is grandma. And so that's one of the books that I would save. Some of the most expensive books in my room, I've got insurance for those. We all have the sentimental books. So that one, anytime I see it, I like to add it to the collection. So that one was $4.50. We added that one right on. Then one particular booth at this antique mall, the place is huge. It's like take you a whole day to go through the whole thing. But one particular booth, I think I'm the only one that cleans up the long boxes. I walk in there and there's just stuff everywhere, falling all over the place. And I found these 4 books were in 4 different long boxes. But I kept setting them aside. And the very last book I found of these 4 was this one right on top. And these were, I think he had these priced at $2 each. Okay, so these are unread. They look to be in great shape. We've got Spider-Man India #1. There's I think that's that's number 4. I must have shuffled them out of order. There's 4. Oh, I got a second copy, number 4. So I might have to go back and see if I can find the one I'm missing. And this one's number 3. So I must be missing number 2. But in that group, #1 is certainly going to be the book everybody's after for whatever reason right now. And I didn't have one, or I don't think I have one. Who knows? So I was happy with that. For a total of $8, I've got those 4. And I might go back. If there's 2 copies of number 4, then I might have missed other copies. It's a really messy booth. But every time I've gone there, I've found some good things. That same booth had a couple of these Star Wars books. Look at the bag and board they did on them. They use like a big magazine size. But they've got Phantom Menace. This is a 4th of 4. Then he had, that's issue #1 of 4. And then that's number 2 of 4. And they're only a couple bucks each. So I thought, what the heck? We'll add those to the stack. This Marvel Super Special, I know I have a copy of, but a seller had this for $2.75. And it is beautiful. Look at the corners on that. I know it's not a highly sought after book, but I never let something get away like that. If it's a couple bucks, heck, that's a great book. And if you haven't read it, shame on you. It's really, really great stuff. And so someone held on to this for all these years. It was originally $2, and I got it for $2.75 in perfect shape with a bag and a board. I'll take that deal every single day. Love that deal. Let's see. Oh, here's another cool one. I don't think I owned this previously. I don't think I have a copy. And this one has a little damage, but this is Spider-Man Fear Itself, Marvel graphic novel. Okay, originally $12.95 for Silver Age Dave, $3. I'll take that not mark down there. And I thought it was really cool. I wasn't terribly familiar with it. Let me one of my tips I always say is always keep a tape block. This is basically one of these. It's an empty tape box. Okay, and you can see the size difference now. That's getting real big, but always keep a little tape block around. And when you don't try to be a tape miser. Once you pull tape off something, just get rid of it forever so it can't hurt nobody, right? So let's see what we got in here. This Fear Itself graphic novel. Sometimes you get a signature when you open these, but not this particular time. So I don't know. I'm not sure what this is all about, but I'll probably be checking that out. Looks like an easy read. Cool art. There you go for $3. Set that on the stack. This one, this next one I bought because comic book community member Madman reached out to me and asked me to re-show this book. This was part of my Ollie's unboxing the other day. And Madman is a Mad Magazine and Cracked comic collector. He likes those magazines. And he asked me to re-show this ad, okay, which is on the back, appearing in Cracked, the Ugly Family. And so, Madman, if you reach out to me, I will gladly just send you that for free. Eternity Comics, Shanghai. I don't know what this is all about, but if you like that, I will send it to you. It's Volume 1, Number 1, 1987. Okay, so my email is silveragedave@gmail.com. No hyphen in Silver Age Dave, but there are 2 D's. Okay, so Madman, if you happen to see this, that one's for you. If I remember where I put it, I'm gonna put it up here on the wall. So we'll put it right there. All right, so anyway, this next book I bought because Madman was a mad collector, and this is The Hulk Gets Mad, one of 2 collector's covers with a free poster inside. And I thought that was pretty cool. I've got a big box of Mad magazines, but I don't have really the passion for them that I thought I would. So that's one of those things. Next time I have a garage sale, I will probably have those Mad magazines in that big box out there for other people that love them. But I do like the Hulk, and so I thought maybe there's something in here that Hulk Unleash the Fury, PlayStation 2. It said there's a poster, so maybe whoever it is took the poster out. I don't know. There's some outtakes. We won't spend too much time on this. For $2, I figured not a big loss if it's not in there. We've got for some reason, Sesame Street's new characters, and they got Freebase Freddy. I won't go through all of them on here, but they got some pretty rough-looking characters. So anyway, we've got a Mad magazine for $2. X-Men Anniversary magazine for $3 is in there. Beautiful. And that one looks unopened. The spine on it looks real crisp and clean. Corners look okay. So $3. Throw that in the box. This was my favorite one out of the haul. It's the Amazing World of Superman special bonus giant poster map of Krypton. It's the official Metropolis edition, and they've got it wrapped in like a big, I don't know what kind of bag it is. It's not a comic book bag. And I don't know if I have a copy of this. As soon as I saw it, the booth I bought this from had it priced at $10, and that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's a pretty good deal. If a treasury is in pretty nice shape, and I don't know if I have a copy or not, I am never going to leave it there. $10 was an easy call. It's not an easy call getting it out of here. That's my only problem with this thing. I would have paid him $12 if he bagged and boarded it right. Or she. It's International Women's Day, so maybe it was an International Woman seller that did this to me, because that's certainly not a comic book bag. So let's take a peek and see what we have in here. It's a dark color. This thing is pretty beat, but man, that is cool looking. I do like that. Infantino and Cardi discuss a Superman cover with Julius Schwartz. That's kind of nice. So I'll be checking that out. I didn't realize they have a whole lot of DC history, a lot of pictures going on in here. So I'll check this out. I'll let you guys know what I find. It does have the big poster, which I am not going to take this apart at this point, but there's a big poster in here with, I'm just thinking it's really interesting. Okay, so add that to the stack for $80. And then I ended up with all these cards, which, again, I'm not a card expert. I have lots of cards, but I don't really know all that much about them. This one I really liked, Moon Knight and Ghost Rider. And I thought it was a really neat looking card. It's actually a Moon Knight card, number 51. And it's in beautiful shape. Looks like 1992. Boy, I wish I had my glasses. But that one was 50 cents. And I thought, certainly I can have that in the room. And then this one is a Batman DC versus Marvel, which I really liked. DC versus Marvel, but we've got, this is card number 17. Okay. That was 50 cents. He's got this, this is DC cards 1991 and 1994. This was $2 for a big stack of cards. I don't know if I can get in here or not. He's got these taped. I don't know if anyone's even interested in seeing those. Hey, we got Vin C in here. Justice for Comics. You would love the Transformers Terminator #1 Ultra Raw 26 Frankie's exclusive cover. I've been hunting it for a while and finally found a great deal on one. I will have to look that up. I ended up buying a bunch, the Aliens series that's coming out. I ended up buying a bunch of variant or the ratio covers. That just one particular one I thought I really liked, so I bought a bunch of those. But I can't say I'm familiar with that Transformers Terminator one. Let's see. It's funny to see how some comic books used to be 10 cents, then 30 or 40 years later it's worth 30 grand. Yeah, or a lot more, Lego Builder. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Paulo, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm sticking around a little while. So we've got DC Stars cards here, which I don't know if these are all that special, but they're cool. I'll look through these at some point. And then DC Comics, there's a Blue Beetle, talking about a Golden Age hero. Great Battles, Crisis on Earths 1 and 2. So anyway, just a whole bunch of those. And I'm not going to go through all these, but that was $2. Then there was a set here of 1992 Ghost Rider cards, which that was $3. So I got a big stack of those, and those are all in nice shape. And then I've got a pack here. It says Marvel 1992 and 1994. And the card on the back I see is Wolverine, but I'm not going to probably go through that. So there's a whole stack of those cards. Okay, so those will go into the box. I got a big box just with cards in it. And someday the kids will say, why did Dad buy all these cards? That's probably what they'll say. Who knows? All right, so we're going to do that. And then the last thing I think I had mentioned in the description is I've been hunting some of my own boxes, and one of the, I'll be sad when I've gone through the whole collection. I haven't gotten through the whole collection. I probably have, I don't know, 20 long boxes left that are just randomized. It's just a whole bunch of random stuff going on. And every now and then I'll pull one of those long boxes and I'll start going through them. And then sometimes you find some cool stuff. And sure enough, I was going through a random long box just earlier today, and I ended up finding this, which isn't in perfect shape, but I saw someone shout this out recently. Forgive me, I don't know who it was or what show it was, but that's a really, really cool cover on Marvel Age number 57. I thought it was really neat. 50-cent book. Let's see what year this is from, if my site works. Let's see. Cover penciled by Mike Zeck and inked by Bob McLeod. So that is really, really neat. Let me see. December 1987. So pretty cool. Nice to see that. I found this Silver Surfer number 34, which I haven't looked any of these things up, but I think that's a big issue that people talk about frequently. Let's see. Matt says, with all the card hype, check 1984 Marvel cards. They highlight all the #1 issues. I will be looking for those. And then Matt said, luckily found an uncut sheet. Wow, that is really something. I found this. Someone was just shouting this out. I don't know who it was that said this was I don't know if it's a big deal, but they said, oh, that's a cool cover, but Earth 2, number 19. And so found that. And this is actually with a whole stack of Earth 2 that I never got around to reading. I bought them, didn't even bag and board them. So those are all just sitting, beautiful shape. I found, I don't think this is anything whatsoever, but this totally awesome Hulk number 1, and I thought I don't even remember buying it, but it was in there, so we got that one. There was a stack of Brave and Bold, nothing terribly old. Batman and Dr. Fate. This is number 156. So these will get rebagged and reboarded. First Infinity Gauntlet on that Surfer. Oh, thank you. There you go. Yeah, I knew that one was something that, but my memory's so bad anymore. I remember the cover usually if it's something, but I can't always connect the dots on it. So thanks for that. And then we have, okay, so I already showed that. I've got Brave and the Bold number 151. Beautiful thing. And it's kind of like pennies from heaven. You know, when I get these things and they're just randomly in boxes, it's just like a bonus. Like it saves me the hassle of going to the LCS and arguing with them about how much, these things would be worth. There's number 102 right there. Commune of Outcasts. So that needs rebagged and boarded. I save a lot of my old bags and boards. I give them to my buddy. He always hooks me up with good deals, but he reuses them in his store. He's got a antique mall antique mall booth where he sells books, and he doesn't care about how old the bag and board is, so that saves him a couple bucks. Hey, we got Bad Avenger in here. I gotta get up and clap. Nice to see you, Bad Avenger. Oh, are you kidding me? Brave and the Bold with Dr. Fate is Grayman screensaver. That's beautiful. That one right there, incredible. Very good. So what was I showing here? We've got Brave and the Bold 128. I might as well take these out because I'm going to rebag and board them anyway. So that one, that looks unread. It's a newsstand. And it says July on it. Let's see when we're talking here. July. I think it says 1976 on there. Or 1978. But look at that thing. That's been sitting in one of my long boxes for years waiting to be discovered. And so sometimes you just go hunt your own long boxes. And And, you never know what kind of stuff you're going to find. Matt, thanks for hanging with us, buddy. Have a nice dinner. I'm going to be getting ready for dinner soon myself. This is Brave and the Bold 181. I'm not even going to mess with that. One's taped up pretty good. Batman and the Hawk and Dove. I like the Hawk and Dove. I've got a couple of their first appearances back here somewhere, and kind of a cool little comic duo right there. So that's number 181. And then we've got Batman and Black Canary. This is issue number 166. Great Penguin cover. Everyone always talks about the Joker covers, but that is a really nice Penguin cover there. I was watching a Burgess Meredith. He was being interviewed recently, not recently, but at some point he was being interviewed. It was him and Cesar Romero. And it was just a greatest interview. I laughed so hard. Burgess Meredith was so funny. I think he was a guy that just had a great sense of humor. But what a great job he did playing Penguin. This is issue number 182. And this one also looks to be in really, really great shape. Probably unread. 60-cent cover price. And cool old throwback Batmobile there. Let's see. And I think this is the last Brave and Bold. This is issue number 200, anniversary issue. And that one also looks to be in great shape. Really, really happy with, just pulling them out of a random box. As I'm working towards getting the whole collection organized, that's one of the nice things is you flip through the box, you're like, oh man, I didn't even know I had that sometimes. So here's DC Comic Presents number 41. Great Joker cover. And then just a couple more here, and I'm going to call it a day. There's DC Comics Presents number 87, Superman and Superboy. Okay, they got the Crisis crossover going on there. Nice newsstand copy, beautiful shape. This one I thought was cool. I was buying pretty heavy multiples during the Simonson Thor run, and so anything with Beta Ray Bill I like. And power packs on there. They got Cloak and Dagger. They've got Wolverine in there, Beta Ray Bill, Thor. Just a beautiful combination, and happy to have it. So we'll get that shuffled into the collection. And then I found I had this Moon Knight number 5, and then right behind that I had another one of these Moon Knight number 1s. And again, it's a book that historically, whenever I came across them, I always added them to the stack. But happy to find another one. So there you go. Beautiful. Yeah, you know what? I think Julie Newmar was also part of that same interview, Vinci. So you might want to look it up. It was, for some reason, YouTube was throwing a whole lot of historic Batman 66 stuff at me. And I really enjoyed it. So, guys, I've been on for an hour. I didn't even expect to do that. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun. I certainly had fun chatting with you and talking with you. If you're hitting stumbling blocks on eBay, then just look a little wider. Widen the approach. Don't chase after the same stuff everyone else is chasing after. And I promise you, there's good deals out there. And don't be afraid to negotiate. The worst thing a seller can say is no. So I'm a big believer that if I buy one thing from you, I'm going to buy more things. But let's find a price that everyone wins. So don't be afraid about that. And that, I think, let's see here. That, I think, guys, is going to be it. So I can't thank you enough. Really appreciate you. Weather is turning beautiful. There's no reason to be cooped up inside. Get outside, get some sunshine and fresh air, and let that sunlight soak into you, make you feel great. and put a smile on your face. That'll make you feel great. It makes everyone else feel great too. So with that, Silver Age Dave is out.